is up, bros? I'm Caleb,
And I'm Jonathan.
and we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, we have... I closed the damn outline.
God damn it.
So this being the first episode when this gets released, anyone watching currently, this is not the case for you. Yeah, with this being the first episode in January, Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah. We will be getting into our 4K spotlight for anything that is coming out within the month of January. And then we will get... Huh?
No, I was going to say there's like literally jack shit coming out.
Yeah, I figured with that. And then all of the teasers and stuff that came out in December in our newer segment, Please Your Teasers. So with that, we will be getting... We'll just get started with that. So let's get it rolling.
Let's do it.
Hello, my name is Brucker Nurse, and I want to tell you about my fun horror movie podcast called Autopsy of a Horror Movie. On my show, I like to have fun dissecting out what makes a horror movie scary, what worked for it, what didn't, what types of fears does it play off of. Is it an allegory for any sort of message? I don't know, but let's find out. Also, I like to watch slashers. I'm a big slasher guy, so I'll watch a slasher and do a kill grade for it. I will cover the kills and I will tell you how I would grade it based on shock, method, style points, and a fourth category that is a reflection of the movie. Besides those, I'll have fun with special topic episodes, commentary tracks, interviews with guests, including some Shudder directors, so I just like to have a fun time over here. If any of this sounds interesting to you or you just want to come check me out, please head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere they listen to podcasts and search for Autopsy of a Horror Movie. Also be sure to find me on Instagram at Brucker Horror, where you get fun updates and some cool little posts that I do. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you get to enjoy the show, and I'll see you on Instagram. Bye.
Alrighty, kicking it off with 4K Spotlight. We got a few new releases that we're going to talk about, all coming sometime in January. So with that, Rose, would you like to guide us through those?
I would love to. So we only got 2 big releases coming out in January. There's not even any cool steelbooks coming out.
Really?
Yeah, right? Yeah. January is a dead month for movies. It usually always is. So honestly, the only 2 movies that we got coming out are The Holdovers, which if you listened to our episode last week, me and Caleb broke this down, and spoiler alert, we freaking loved it. So you guys should definitely pick this up. This actually comes out next week. Or sorry, the week that this comes out, sorry. So it comes out the 2nd, right? I think that's...
The 2nd of January?
Yeah, 2nd of January.
When did this come out? This come out in December?
So it actually opened in October.
No shit.
Yeah, weird, right?
That's really weird.
Yeah, dude, it's insane how fast... Like, I get, like, how fast it goes to digital with movies now. But even, like, how fast it goes to physical media is insane nowadays. I remember the days it took, like, 5 to 6 months for a movie that you like to actually appear in physical format. But here we are. You're, like... It's kind of a... It's rare if it takes, like, 3 months for it to... It's rare if it takes, like, 3 months for it to take that long to get to physical media.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So we got The Holdovers, and then we also have Thanksgiving, which is coming at the end of the month.
Okay.
I did not see Thanksgiving. I do want to check this out. I'll probably wait till it's like $10, like $10-15 more, so like $10. Because I mean, I'm always down for any horror movie, and especially a holiday-themed horror movie. Sign me up.
Yeah. How did this movie end up doing? Because I don't remember hearing anything like negative or positive about it.
I think it got a decent reception, because it actually is already greenlit for a sequel. Eli Roth is actually already writing it as we speak. But so critics wise, so it's actually an 84% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's pretty damn good.
That is really damn good for a horror movie.
Yeah. And I'm sure they might have wanted it to perform a little bit better, but it's still pretty good. On a budget of 15 million, it grossed 45.9 million. So it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
No.
I bet you the sequel's going to probably not be great.
Probably. But like, I don't know. These kind of movies, do we really go for like, like quality cinema? Just saying.
I mean, we could be judging this just based off of the cover, but
That's true. Knowing us, like we finally watched this and it's like one of our favorite horror movies of all time. It'd be freaking hilarious.
That'd be the shit, wouldn't it?
I put it on the levels of Halloween. That'd be insane.
Dude, that'd be hilarious. I definitely say we save that one in just like as a just in case for November of 2024.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dude, hell yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else coming out this month?
No, it's just those two.
Just those two?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. And only one I will be picking up on day one. And shocker, yeah, it's definitely The Holdovers because this shit was a freaking masterpiece. Love this movie.
Yeah, dude. So good. So good. All right. Well, with that, we can move on over to Pleaser Teasers.
And starting, we got
Godzilla. Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Bro.
The only thing that I kind of felt this way with Godzilla versus Kong, I kind of hate that Godzilla is taking a freaking backseat to the Kong storyline, because he doesn't even appear until like there's 30 seconds left in the trailer. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool that they're teaming up, and this shot was freaking badass in the trailer, like them freaking running together. But just it kind of sucks that like it's definitely still a Kong story. Godzilla's story is definitely secondhand.
Very much so. But I mean, it makes sense though, kind of. At least for the route that they're taking this whole storyline. Dude, is it just me or we've been getting a lot of freaking Godzilla content lately?
Oh yeah, dude, we have. Like, I know my buddy JC is happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, because we're getting this movie. There's Godzilla -1, which I haven't seen yet, but I hear it's fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
Does that tie into this?
No, that's its own separate thing.
It's its own. Okay, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Godzilla -1, and then we got that Legacy movie coming out, which I'm pretty sure ties into this.
Yeah, damn. That's a lot of Godzilla.
Yeah, at least
I ain't complaining.
Yeah, I mean, all within the span of a year.
Yeah, that's insane. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, but I am very pumped for that move for Godzilla X Kong.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
The CGI on the one, the one, is it ape? Is Kong an ape or is he a monkey? Is he still, or what even the hell is King Kong? Or is he a gorilla?
I think he's a gorilla.
He's a gorilla? Okay. So that orange gorilla that we see in like I think like towards like beginning, middle of the trailer, and then at the end, maybe it's just like this. Sorry,
the baby, or
yeah, maybe it's just the size proportions, but I am not liking how that thing's looking. It looks awkward.
Yeah, it's not great.
But I mean, this is the first trailer, so I can't really knock it that bad.
Yeah, fingers crossed that they're not done.
Yeah,
with
seriously.
The CGI on
like that. Godzilla and Kong look great, especially Godzilla freaking when he's like charging up his atomic breath. Oh shit. damn, that looks so cool.
Dude, they better explain the freaking color change. Like why
Yeah,
he's all pink now.
because it was blue, right? In
Yeah,
Godzilla versus Kong. Okay.
it was freaking blue.
Yeah.
So I I want them to explain that.
Mm. I wonder if I
Um
asked JC if he already knows the answer. He might.
hmm.
Like any question I have about Godzilla, he's the guy to turn to. So I might actually ask him.
Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped for this. This
Yeah.
is one because of Godzilla versus Kong. I am definitely going to try and catch this one in theaters.
Same. Yeah, I feel like these kind of movies, if it weren't for JC, I probably wouldn't catch in theaters. But like I remember seeing Godzilla versus Kong in freaking XD, and that was amazing. So I'm sure that this one's just gonna be as good, if not better, on that big of a screen. So definitely gonna be checking this one out on in XD.
Yeah, I didn't end up catching the versus until it came on HBO Max. So I watched it on my TV and I was like, "Oh man, this would have been freaking sick in theaters."
It was, dude, it was worth it. It was so worth it.
Yeah, so as long as the movie itself is good, and I'm gonna wait for your thumbs up on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely catch this in theaters.
All right. Oh yeah.
All right, what's the next one that we got?
Next up, we've got the first trailer for Furiosa.
This looks pretty dope.
It
Not gonna
does.
lie.
I mean, so I don't know about you, but the only Mad Max movie I have seen is Mad Max Fury Road. I haven't seen any of the old ones. Um, I'm sorry, I don't really feel the need to. It just, like, don't get me wrong, this is it's a cool franchise, and like Mad Max Fury Road is such a gorgeously made film. The story is beautiful, the atmosphere, just everything is beautiful about that movie. But just I guess like the older ones, I don't know, they're not calling out to me. So I kind of like this new era of Mad Max films. So based off of that and how much I enjoyed Fury Road, I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit.
Yeah. Especially with freaking Anya Taylor-Joy being on this, dude. Like there's not a hell of a lot that's been amiss with her.
It's true. I mean, it's hard to replace Charlize Theron. But completely understandable. I think like the original plan was she was supposed to still be in it, even though it was a prequel. But then they decided to go a different direction, I guess. So as far as I know, I don't think there's any bad blood. I hope there isn't. But yeah, Anna Taylor Joy was an excellent choice to play young Furiosa.
Yeah. So this is going to be my inspiration to actually watch Fury Road because I have yet to see it.
Dude, you're in for a treat. Like you really are.
Yeah, I need to set up a VR movie night with DJ and you if you want in on it
Oh hell yeah, dude.
to watch Fury Road because he said that was like the one movie that he never got to see in theaters and he feels like he missed out.
Dude, I
So
wish it was freaking. I wish this one was one that they offered in 3D, because
oh
Fury Road is still one of the best 3D movies I've ever seen.
dude, that would
3D
be
was
sick.
incredible. Yeah, so worth it. But I don't know. The last time we were on big screen, I didn't see it there, but they could have added it.
Yeah, I mean that app is only getting better, so
Fair.
I don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, very excited for this one. This is kind of acting as like the live action return for Hemsworth too, isn't it? Because I know
Yeah, I
he was
think
taking a little bit
so.
of a break.
Yeah, I think so. And freaking, I'm loving his performance here.
Dude, he was damn near unrecognizable there for a second.
Dude, straight up.
Because I caught the I mean, I caught like the I guess the teaser for this on TikTok one time. And so when it's just like, ladies and gentlemen, like I was like, dude, that looks like freaking Hemsworth. Like it took me a second because I'm just like, gosh, like that dude sounds super familiar.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now knowing that it's Hemsworth, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see where they go with this movie. And fingers crossed, I freaking like Fury Road.
Yeah, dude. I hope you do. I really do. Yeah, yeah, dude. I definitely can't. I can't wait to watch that one with you.
Yeah, so super excited for Furiosa.
And then last, but certainly not least, we're changing it up here. We got a video game trailer for our last one, but it is a very special video game. We got our first trailer at the beginning of December for Grand Theft Auto 6. I can't believe that it finally freaking happened. Even
Dude,
though
about freaking time.
I know freaking there was a huge fiasco. Someone like leaked it early, so Rockstar just straight up put on their Twitter, well, someone leaked it, so here you guys go. Which I'm not gonna get into it again, but just like I remember I like freaking like I felt like I poured my heart and soul out to Caleb with how disappointed I was that someone leaked it and like we didn't get to enjoy the countdown to Rockstar actually releasing it when they wanted to. But regardless, looking past that, phenomenal trailer. This game looks like after GTA 5, I didn't think that they could up their graphics, but lo and behold, here we are. Like this shit looks amazing. Oh my god, yeah.
Bro. Holy shit. Does this game look like it's going to be good?
Right.
This is actually this trailer, I mean, I've been wanting to upgrade, but this is going to be my push to upgrade my console.
Dude, same. Like I thought it was going to be Spider-Man 2, but no, I had a feeling that no, it was going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. When it was officially announced, I'm just like, okay, yep. All right, I got a year. I got a year to get a PS5 so I can experience this on opening day. Cause oh dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's going to be the shit, dude. I mean, the I talked about this with Brielle, and she's like not into video games at all. So when I was talking about all the improvements she made, she's like, okay, who cares? I'm like,
damn, Brielle.
I know, I'm like, dude, think about all like the new stuff that they're adding. Like they're adding it so the beach, like the beaches look like they're actually going to be populated, and it's not just like a few people here and there.
Yeah.
Like it's going to feel like an actual populated beach. You're going to get to see like, right, I mean, this all takes place in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be, I mean, it's going to be like driving around. I want to say Miami. I know it's like
Yeah.
I know they have, it's like a fictional
Yeah, so it
world,
takes
but
place in Miami, Florida, but their version is called Vice City.
okay. Yeah, Vice City, have they had a game in Vice City before?
Yep, they have. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh, okay. That's why it sounds familiar then.
It's kind of like oh my god. Like GTA 5 took place in Los Santos. Freaking basically it's the Los Angeles of the GTA universe.
Okay. Yeah, I am pumped, dude. I'm loving that. I mean, there's going to be updated graphics. They're putting new hair textures, so there's going to be a wider variety of hairstyles. So it's not going to be just the typical video game straight hair weirdness.
I love.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I mean, they're going to have that. The population's going to be greater. There's going to be like a wider variety of things that you see. I mean, like the pool cleaners, like people were comparing, like you're going to be able to see like people getting their pools cleaned or maintained or whatever versus anytime you went there, it was like a plain Jane background or backyard.
DJ's going to lose his shit with that, right?
Yeah, right.
Love you, DJ.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be I mean, apparently, from what I've heard, they've mimicked a lot of like those Florida man or Florida woman stories, and they've just kind of thrown those in the game. So you're gonna get to like witness a bunch of that shit.
Dude, and freaking, I'm loving the protagonists that we have. Just I love that it's a couple. Them having to work together to get through whatever the challenges that they're gonna go through with this story. Um, yeah, I forget. I swear it's Lucia and I think his name's Jason. I think so.
So are
Ah,
these like new characters?
yeah. So yeah, these are brand new characters,
Okay, cool, cool, cool,
and so
cool.
yeah, this is going to be the first female protagonist in any Grand Theft Auto game.
So I'm guessing it's going to be like similar to 5, where it's like you're switching off between the two.
I would assume so.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I am
same here.
very excited for that. Gosh, I can't wait for this game, dude.
Dude, right? Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I can't wait to see what they do with like the character customization, because obviously they're going to have an online mode.
Oh yeah,
Like I feel like
absolutely.
that's a given.
You know, I think someone put I don't know if it was someone at Rockstar, but I think it was one of it was either Ned Luke or the guy that played Franklin from GTA 5. They straight up said if it weren't for the success of GTA Online, Rockstar would have gotten work to work on. I mean, they've been working on GTA 6 for a long time, but they would have gotten to work a lot sooner if GTA Online wasn't as popular and successful as it was.
Man, that
Because
seems like a bullshit.
the fact that it was raking in so much money, they're just like, okay, well, like maybe we can just, like egg this on for just a little bit longer before we really dip our toes into GTA 6.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, if you're making money elsewhere. But I mean, my issue is that they promised Grand Theft Auto 6 a while ago. And it
That's
just
true, they did.
and it's like they didn't even like offer any updates. Yeah, there was nothing. We got the
Yeah.
announcement and then that was it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's kind of been the same thing with freaking Skyrim, because I
mm,
think we got a teaser for Elder Scrolls 6, and I haven't heard dick all
I
since
remember seeing that.
since like it was the same time Grand Theft Auto 6 got released. Or like that teaser. It was
Mm.
around the exact same time, and yeah, we haven't heard shit from them. So, I mean,
Well,
I'm
because
still
I
holding out hope
remember
that
like when Rockstar was like, oh, like we're starting work on the next Grand Theft Auto. They didn't even say like they didn't fully come out and say it's going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. Hell, for all we knew, it could have been just a like a spin-off of one of the other games or a remaster of one of the other games. So the fact that it took 10 years from GTA 5 to GTA 6 just to get the first teaser. This is just the teaser. This isn't like the full-on trailer. This is just the first teaser trailer is insane. But it was to me, I feel it's freaking worth the wait.
I'm very excited for this game.
Yeah.
And I'm not like I like Grand Theft Auto, but I mean, it's just been so long since I've played that game, because it's like I beat the story and it's just kind of, and I don't like playing online.
Same.
So I'm
People
like,
are
so
assholes.
what? Yeah, right. I'm like, so kind of like, what's the point? Like, so that's why I haven't played it in so long. But I do kind of have a craving for that storyline,
Hmm.
or not even that the Grand Theft Auto story, just like that type of game.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I'm
so
hoping that they
since
offer private servers and cross platform or cross platform. Is that the term?
I
Yeah.
think so. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
cross-platform
Yeah.
gameplay, so we can play together, like, with you on your PlayStation, me on my
Mm.
Xbox, like, that'd be the shit.
Or you could just get PlayStation.
Forget you, Rose.
You had a PS4. It's not like you've never had a PlayStation.
Okay, I didn't purchase a PS4, I stole one from my brother.
Still though, you
Actually,
played
it
it.
wasn't even it was actually, it was a borrow that turned into a confiscation.
Oh my.
Because like, dude, because what happened was I borrowed his PlayStation 4 so I could play Spider-Man,
Okay.
I played Spider-Man, finished it, and I was like, okay, cool, time to give it back. And then I just kind of kept forgetting to. And then he eventually went and bought an Xbox, and then he like, oh yeah, well, I don't really need it anymore. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then I moved across the country and still haven't given it back.
Well, maybe the same situation will happen with the PS5.
I doubt it, dude. My brother's so into Xbox now, like I doubt it.
Traitor.
Like his two consoles now, he has the Xbox Series X and um the Nintendo Switch.
I feel that's nowadays that's like the one system that like almost everyone has.
A Switch?
Yeah, either a
I
Switch or
want
a
to get a
Switch Lite.
Switch. Yeah.
It's I don't honestly, I really should play mine more. I don't play mine as much.
I want to get a Switch really bad just because I want to play Mario Kart. I
That's
forgot
fair.
how fun that game is.
Dude, right?
But yeah, so yeah, getting back to Grand Theft Auto. Super pumped. Super
Yes.
pumped.
Ooh, so pumped. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pre-order for me.
Oh, same, dude. Freaking, I'm hoping that they offer a steelbook because everyone knows how I am with steelbooks.
I hope they offer a steelbook. Like that'd be freaking awesome.
At least we know it's not going to Best. Well, actually, wait, no. This is a video game. It still could be going to Best Buy. But someone that I watch on YouTube may have gotten a specific month that they're starting to do. They're gonna get rid of all their physical media in stores, just movies, not video games. February. That's the month that they're shooting for. That all movies will be removed from Best Buy stores and Best Buy online.
Okay. So it sounds like January is going to be the month to freaking raid.
Yep.
Raid Best Buy.
Dude, freaking I don't know if you saw it, but Disney, they did like these Disney 100 steelbooks. They were ugly. They really didn't look that good. But Best Buy had them on sale for $10 each. Right? So even if you didn't love the steelbook, at least you were getting a Disney 4K movie for $10. So I will fully admit I took a little bit of advantage of that and did pick up some.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, GTA 6, can't freaking wait.
Hell yeah. All right. Hold on, I got a freaking bug.
You got a what?
A bug.
Oh, bug.
On my damn. I don't have a freaking tissue or napkin or nothing. All right, I will be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
This bug's gonna freaking bug me.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know what to do when I'm just solo. GTA 6, we already talked about it. But if I had to say like in order of stuff that is coming out or like the teasers that we talked about.
Damn it, disappeared.
Oh shit. In order, I would say number 3, Godzilla X Kong, 2, Furiosa, and then number 1, GTA 6. So,
huh?
I didn't know what else to say, so I just ranked the trailers.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say was 1?
GTA 6.
Okay, and then number 2.
Furiosa.
Okay, that's actually exactly how I'd rank them too.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, sweet.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up this week's or this month's Pleaser Teasers.
Yes.
So with that, I say let's get into this week's breakdown.
Let's do it.
All right. Alrighty. Getting into this week's breakdown. After we, I'll think of a way to introduce this shit. The damn bug came back, and now it's freaking pissing me off.
Holy shit.
Okay. Well, it has been a couple weeks, but we did finally ask a question of the week, and we did get some responses for that. So that is a tie-in to this week's episode where we will be breaking down Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So with that, we did. So our question of the week was, what is something that you're going to miss about the pre-James Gunn DCEU? And so, like we said, we did get a few responses on that. I'll start off first. Over on Instagram, we got a response from a Curtis Christensen who said Green Lantern.
Does that count in the DCU?
It doesn't not count.
Okay. I always thought Green Lantern was kind of a gray area.
It is a gray area, but it is pre-James Gunn.
All right. Touche.
So, I mean, they didn't really specify. I tried to see if they meant like the one that was in the Zack Snyder films. But I mean, that's I assume that they're talking about the Ryan Reynolds one.
Oh, that masterpiece.
Yeah. Which I don't hate that movie.
I never saw it, so I can't form an opinion.
Yeah, it's one I don't hate, but I don't love it either.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like I'm leaning more towards not liking it. Like it's one that I'm probably it's one that I have to like go a long enough period of time without having seen it to watch it again and be like, oh yeah, that's actually trash. Or
okay.
Or like, oh, that's not necessarily as trash, or it's not good.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, so that's my my first response.
I got one coming from TikTok from super tired _ train wreck. I love that username. That's great. They said a lot of it. Good actors, great costumes, good props, excellent universe, but bad writing.
Dude, that is the biggest fault of the DCEU.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like everything else was freaking on point.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. All right. My next response is coming from Arth Mohan, who said, "Gotta be the Man of Steel."
That's fair. Man of Steel doesn't get enough love, and I honestly, it's the reason why I actually like Superman now. I used to think Stupid man. I used to think Superman was Stupid Man, until actually Henry Cavill came into the role, and now I really enjoy the character. I mean, I'm gonna have to get used to a new Superman, but that's okay.
Man, dude, the biggest thing that the DCEU was missing out on with the Man of Steel was giving Superman a personality.
True. That's a good point.
Like, he was just so quiet and soft spoken. Like, everyone just kind of acted around him. And not saying that Henry Cavill gave a bad performance. He gave an amazing performance. Like, thinking back to when he was like on the verge of snapping Zod's neck and like basically pleading with him to not like, or to stop.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, gotta do what I gotta do. And like snapped it, and how much that like broke him. Like, you're telling me that you freaking gave us that, but you couldn't give us a freaking personality whatsoever?
Yeah,
like, that's some horse shit.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, and that's purely a writing issue.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely agree with that one. This one is also kind of a tie-in. We got one from a Your Fave Star Wars fan. who said Henry Cavill is Superman, and got to agree there. Henry
Oh yeah.
Cavill, freaking gem,
Yes.
and his suit, dude. His
Oh,
suit's the
perfection.
My only complaint about the suit is I wish it had a little like brighter colors.
That's fair.
Yeah, everyone else's suit, like I would also maybe say the same for Wonder Woman. But I feel like Wonder Woman's darker colored suit worked a little bit better, but I would have preferred it like brighter tones
Yeah.
for Superman. And I've seen like someone do an edit of like, oh, this is what his color should actually be, and it looks amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah. And then we actually got two responses from Benny D 2004. I'll tell you, I'll take this one. Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yes. Dude.
What pisses me off is we never got a decent chance for him to show off his Batman.
We didn't. And he was so perfectly cast as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Oh, it sucks.
perfectly cast, like okay, perfectly cast is a bit of a strong word.
Oh,
But okay,
ouch.
listen. The ideal transition between Batman and Bruce Wayne should be like the tone of voice that he's able to use. And he was like he almost seemed like almost depressed Batman and didn't really have like I would have liked to see a bit more like a cheery Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like if you think about like the Batman animated series, there was a very big distinction between the Bruce Wayne voice and the Batman voice.
That's a good point.
Like you could tell that there was like some like a level of charm. It's just like, okay, how does the any other like Batman that I've seen, like live action Batman, it's very easy to see like, oh yeah, that's definitely like how can you not believe that that's that he's Batman? Because it's
Yeah.
like he's not charming enough in his Bruce Wayne form to like be like this playboy billionaire. Like it's just kind of all just like it's not played out well enough. And I think that
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing that they've been missing is someone that's that nails both the charming playboy billionaire and the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And
Good point.
I feel like Ben Affleck was walking that line of being able to do that.
Yeah.
But again, it's something that we didn't really get to see him do.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
All right, what's your
Um,
last one?
So like Caleb said, we got two comments coming from Benny D 2004. So I gotta read the second one, and they said, despite the controversy, I did enjoy Ezra Miller's Flash, but I'm excited to see a new take on the character. Yes, absolutely agree. Ezra Miller is actually the reason why I like the Flash so much. I loved their version of the character, and I am sad that they do. Like looking past the controversy, I'm just looking at their portrayal of the character. I am sad that they don't get another crack at it because I would love to see their more of their Barry Allen. But I still do look forward to see what James Gunn has in store for the character of the Flash.
Yeah. Which it doesn't seem like we're going to get the Flash for a while.
Are we even gonna get the Flash?
Not in the first few years of the DCU.
Shit. Okay.
So far the only like confirmed people that we're going to be seeing anytime soon is Superman, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, a couple rando Justice League members and other heroes. We'll get Supergirl, we'll get Batman, we'll finally get a live action Robin, and
Hell yeah.
personally one of my favorite Robins,
Which one?
being Damian Wayne.
Oh yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Damian Damien and Dick Grayson are tied for my number one spot in terms of Robin.
All right. I respect that.
And then yeah, so those two are tied, and then it'd be Jason Todd and then Tim Drake. And that, like, the only thing that, and it's close between those two. And the only reason that I put Jason Todd up higher is because him becoming the Red Hood is really interesting to me.
Okay.
But I fingers crossed, dude. I've always wanted to see how Batman or how Damian and Nightwing handle each other, because Dick Grayson is like the adopted son of Bruce Wayne, who Bruce Wayne views as his son, and then Damian being the biological son.
Yeah.
And it's just like, like I want to see that dynamic at play. And so I'm praying that we get that, because
That would be super cool.
But yeah, Damian Wayne is the best. I freaking love him. But same thing for Nightwing or for Grayson. I love them both. So I can't wait to see a live action Robin and a James Gunn live action Robin too.
Yeah, dude,
like,
that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, if anyone can pull off a live action Robin, like, it's gonna be him.
Absolutely.
So yeah, very excited to see that. And then there is going to be a Green Lantern series that was announced. And then let me see, like, what his. Okay, let's see here. So, Superman, Supergirl, Batman. Okay, Swamp Thing.
Oh, okay.
And the Authority, which the Authority is like a team. The Creature Commandos. There's going to be a Themyscira Game of Thrones type story.
Oh, okay.
And then there's going to be some new series. So Peacemaker, Lanterns, which is going to be like a true detective style show featuring Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. I guess they're going to do Booster Gold, and it looks like that might be it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan for the DCU, at least for the first, I want to say 3 years.
Okay.
So I think that this will take us into 2026.
Damn.
Yeah. I want to say I don't think anything's getting released 2024 for the DCU, because I think Superman Legacy is set to release in like mid 2025.
Okay.
But I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what comes from that.
Same.
Alrighty. Well, thank you to everyone that answered our question of the week. We really appreciate it. Now getting into this week's breakdown. If you guys are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal score at the very end. All of those get added up and magically spit through our algorithm and give us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. But yeah. So with that, if you have not seen Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, we are going to be posting that spoiler alert now, because Rose is about to spoil the entire movie for you when he reads off the synopsis in our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose. So, like Sam Nelson says, Rose, read away.
Dude. Oh my god. I still want to know why I'm in trouble, Sam. I'm just saying.
I think he just means because he's awake
Oh, okay.
and ready to roast the ever-loving shit out of you.
All right, that's fair. All right. Several years after becoming king of Atlantis, Arthur Curry has married Mara and had a son, Arthur Jr., while splitting his life between land and sea. Meanwhile, David Kane continues to seek revenge against Arthur for his father's death, working with marine biologist Stephen Shin to find Atlantean artifacts. He finds a black trident that possesses him, its creator promising to give him the power to destroy Arthur. 5 months later, David attacks Atlantis and breaks into its Orichalcum reserves to power Shin's Atlantean machines. Arthur learns that this usage of Orichalcum, which emits high quantities of greenhouse gases, has not only raised planetary temperatures and caused extreme weather and ocean acidification, but nearly caused a planetary extinction when used by an ancient Atlantean kingdom. To learn where David is hiding, Arthur breaks his half brother Orm out of prison. The two meet with the crime lord Kingfish, who provides information leading to a volcanic island in the South Pacific. While on the island, Arthur and Norm stumble across the Black Trident, which Orm learns was created by Kordax, the brother of King Atlan and ruler of the lost kingdom of Necrus, who was imprisoned with blood magic following a failed attempt to usurp the throne. Realizing the blood of any of the Atlanteans' descendants could release Kordax, the two make their way to Amnesty Bay, where they learn David has kidnapped Arthur Jr., the Atlanteans with... Wait, sorry. That was the end of the sentence. I'm so sorry. The Atlanteans, with a reluctant Shin's help, determine that Necrus's prison is located in Antarctica. In Necrus, Arthur fights David to stop him from injuring Arthur Jr., though Arthur is almost killed before Mara arrives and saves her husband. David throws the Black Trident at Mara as she is taking her son to safety, but Orm catches it before it strikes her. The spirit of Kordax leaves David to Orm, who proceeds to fight Arthur and uses his blood to reverse Atlan's magic, freeing Kordax. Arthur convinces Orm to give up his hatred for him, allowing Arthur to destroy both Kordax and the Black Trident, with Kordax's magic vanishing. Necrus starts to collapse. David refuses Arthur's help and allows himself to fall into a fissure to his death. The Atlanteans and Shin escape to safety, and Arthur and Mara decide to let Orm go and tell the rest of Atlantis that he died on the condition he remains hidden. Believing the unification of the underwater kingdoms and the surface world is necessary, Arthur reveals Atlantis' existence through an announcement at the United Nations and declares his intentions of making the kingdom a member state. Whew. Damn.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, that could have been a little bit orichalcum.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
Oh.
Is a freaking mouthful, so I don't blame you on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Oh man. Dude, I gotta say, this was a pretty decent conclusion to the DCEU.
I agree. I think it's getting way too much hate. Like, people are saying, "Oh, the DCU goes out on a whimper." No, I wouldn't say that. It doesn't go out on like a super high note. Like, this movie isn't amazing, but I feel for what it is. It's a good sequel, and I feel that it's a good wrap up to this character, especially. And it definitely made me realize how even more I'm gonna miss Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Dude, I am bummed that we're not going to get more Momoa as Aquaman.
Yeah,
because Aquaman, he's never been like a cool character
Yeah,
until Jason Momoa got his hands on it.
he made Aquaman cool. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. And it sucks. Like I mean, even the comics, they've adapted or they've brought in a little bit of Momoa's personality to Aquaman. Made
Dude.
him like fun and actually interesting and not just a freaking blonde Superman.
Yeah.
So I hope that this gets this is something that gets pulled over into the new DCU when they eventually get to the point of bringing in the likes of Aquaman and Atlantis.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer. It is a major bummer that we're not going to have any more of this, because this, if there's anything that's a disappointment or that I'm going to miss from the DCU, it's going to be Aquaman. I wish we got a couple more stories with him.
Yeah.
And not just like little cameos or whatever. Like Arthur Curry is such an interesting character now, especially like with the worlds that he's trying to balance between being a land dweller and the king of the oceans.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have loved to see him adapting that, like seeing him pass on the mantle to his son, or like any of these other stories. Like I think that would have been really cool to see.
No, yeah, I agree. But alas, it will never be.
Yeah. But starting off with story, dude, I loved how this story was laid out.
I did too. You know what? Unpopular opinion. I think I might have liked this one better than the first.
Not unpopular opinion, because I did too.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know what it was about the first Aquaman, but like it was good, but I didn't love it. This one I thought was honestly really good. Story was super solid here. I loved especially the brother dynamic that they set up between Arthur and Orm. That was freaking great. I loved that, Orm wasn't a bad guy in this one. Of course, it made sense in the first one, but I love that, you actually get to see their brotherly bond start to come to fruition in this one. And just, yeah, I just really like that this one really focused more so on Aquaman than I feel even the first one did. You really get to see who Aquaman is as a character. And with that, you get to see who Arthur Curry is as well. So there are certain characters that do take a backseat, some for obvious reasons, some for other reasons.
I will say this though, and just to throw it out there, we're talking about Amber Heard and her inclusion in this story. I feel that was really well handled.
Dude, it was, yeah, like it didn't feel like out of the ordinary with the amount of screen time that they gave her. It fit like damn near flawlessly into the story. It made sense.
Yeah, she was in it just enough
Yeah.
for it to make sense and not feel awkward.
Yes.
Anytime she was on screen, I personally felt like, ooh, like how are they going to handle this? And then they'd move on to the next scene, and then she wouldn't be in it, but it would make sense why she wasn't.
Yeah. So
And
kudos to James Wan for being able to pull that off.
yeah. Dude, kudos for him for everything. Like there's not a whole hell of a lot he got wrong with this film.
No, seriously.
The-
I mean,
The
like,
pacing
how did you
was solid.
Sorry.
No, I was just the pacing was solid. The villain motivations were really good.
Dude, like freaking Black Manta. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought he was good in the first one. He was
Bro.
phenomenal in this movie. I loved his villain arc in this. And the fact, dude, freaking when he like Arthur reaches out his hand to save him, I was like, I swear to God, if he grabs that hand, I'm gonna no. But he's like, never. I'm just like, yes, finally, thank you. You didn't redeem a villain. That's how it should be.
Dude, there was two routes that I thought that they were going to go with that. And luckily they didn't go with either of them.
Yeah.
Cuz I thought like one way it was going to be like the whole villain redemption thing kinda. I don't think he was going to be fully redeemed, but I thought like okay, my first thought is like he goes and grabs the hand, gets pulled up to safety, and then maybe like backhands Aquaman and freaking books it. Like that's what I thought the first route was going to go, right?
All right.
And then um the other option was that maybe he goes and reaches for the hand and then tries to like attack him, and then Aquaman drops him and then he falls to his death. I am so glad that they went the third route and just being like a big old F you and then throws himself from the cliff. I'm like, dude, perfect ending to this version of Black Manta.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
you could
seriously.
not have done that any better.
No. They really couldn't have. It was perfection.
But I loved how even after being freed of the influence that the dark trident had on him, like he was still holding on to that anger. And it just shows that maybe that wasn't all dark magic. Like that maybe like I think a majority of that anger and rage was always within him.
Mm.
And and I think genuinely it was a matter of what's his face not being able to hold on to the I think there was like different reasons why Manta versus Orm had different reactions to the Trident. Because I think with Manta, he didn't need like the bad guy, what's his name? Kordax. I don't think Kordax needed to have that much of a hold on Manta. Because Manta was already set, I'm killing Aquaman, and he's like, cool, I need his blood anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just give you that little power boost that you need to be like more powerful or whatever. And then with Orm, Orm had a rage, but it was a rage that I don't think he was acting on. And so that's where Kordax kind of took a little bit stronger of a hold onto Orm. And I love that that contrast between the two when they were both being corrupted by Kordax's magic.
Yeah.
And so just like I said, interesting contrast. Trying to think. Dude, I it wasn't until I was like in the movie and saw Arthur Jr. that I was like, okay, maybe they don't need to go the baby killing route. I was 100% anticipating them taking that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, they can't. They can't. Because like when freaking Manta had him and he was like crying in his like room or whatever, I'm like, I can't freaking handle this, dude. Like, I can't do it. And so I'm glad that he eventually like got saved and everything. And so I am a little ashamed of myself for thinking like, yeah, baby killing's fine. At least in term like for this movie. Fine's a strong word, but still. But yeah, I mean the threats that this movie put out there and the ultimate conflict of what Manta was trying to do with producing these obscene amounts of greenhouse gases to warm up the earth enough to melt Kordax from his tomb. I will say, even like Kordax knew it was blood magic. So it almost it it threw me off, like like once we discovered that it was blood magic, because obviously we knew it. We didn't know it was until later on.
Yeah.
We didn't figure out that it was blood magic, and before it was like, so Cordax would have known that because he was the one that was captured by it.
Mhm.
So why was he having Manta do this like kind of back alley way of free, like, of going like this route, or was this purely just to like free the kingdom? Because I mean, they had it enough, and they were just like, oh yeah, we just need one well placed missile will unlock it. I'm like, you could have just spent your time drilling.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it kind of felt like a waste of time. Like ultimately, once we found out that it was blood magic,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that seems meh.
Mhm.
So I think that might be one of my bigger issues with the story.
All right, that's fair.
Other than that, I love the dynamic between Orm and Arthur. I thought their discussions were really fun,
Yes.
and I really liked the redemption that they had for Orm.
Yes, that was so good.
That felt well earned by the
Yes.
end of this film. A lot of the times that when they try to do something like that, it doesn't feel quite earned. Especially with the shit that they're trying to redeem that villain from.
Yeah.
And in his case, I don't think he went so far to the left that he wasn't redeemable.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, and then in the end, I mean, he did show that he was willing to serve or finish out his sentence.
That's
or finish
true.
out his like repay his debts. So I think that was all in itself is a redeeming quality about him.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think this was really well executed.
I agree.
Yeah. So where are you sitting with the story here?
I think personally, I'm gonna be at an 83.
I'm going the opposite direction. I'm sitting at like an 86.
Okay.
I thought this was really, really well done. But again, I am docking pretty heavily for that flaw in
Yeah,
the
that's
in Cordax's logic.
yeah, fair.
All right, next up we got writing. This was pretty freaking sick.
Yeah, no, the writing was good. I would say just as good as the story. My opinion. I don't know if like one was better than the other. I feel like it was pretty even for me, at least.
Which is exactly what you want.
That's true. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But the writing for all the characters was strong. The fact that since Aquaman's already had one movie and we know who Arthur Curry is, his writing has just gotten better. I will admit that there were some times that you're just like, okay, maybe Jason Momoa is just being Jason Momoa, but I don't really care because like this is my version of Aquaman, and the writing with him is freaking fantastic. Um, I don't know how you felt about the ending and the whole freaking how it was not a rip off, but like a nod to the first Iron Man.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't either. It did not feel out of character one bit, so it made sense. But yeah, no, like literally every character is well written. What else is there to say? Like I said, like I think the story here is a lot. Wow, we are we already talked about the story. Wow, sorry. Uh, um, I don't know what else to say. Just writing was just as good as the story. I was quite impressed, honestly.
Yeah. honestly, I think I'm on the same page as you with it being like right on. So I'm going to be giving it the exact same score that I gave Story.
I think I'm just gonna be well, yeah, I'm gonna be the same. I'm gonna be at the same level of mine. So.
Yeah, I mean the dialogue between Arthur and basically anyone that he talked to was just incredible to watch.
Yeah.
I really liked how they uh they brought Orm and Arthur together as brothers near the end, and they had like genuine like brotherly conversations, which was nice. And my favorite bit of dialogue between Arthur and Orm was when Orm was like kind of figured out like that Arthur didn't want the throne. And he's like, "So why did you challenge me?" And he's like, "Cuz you were being a dickhead about the surface world." He says, "If you didn't threaten the surface world, you would have kept your throne, asshole." And then you just see the just like, oh, like really look
Damn it.
in Arthur's face or in Orm's face, and I'm like, yeah, sucks to suck, bro. And just the freaking just the roasting after that too, and he's just like, "Oh well, my father prepared me for years for your arrival when you would challenge me for the throne," and he's just like, "That's sad considering how badly I beat your ass." And he's like, "With little to no prep time." And he's like, "Well, Mara helped." Like that's such a brotherly interaction.
Yeah.
And I loved it. But it was also Orm, it helped you realize too, Orm's not necessarily like a bad guy. He was doing what he thought was the correct choice for his kingdom. And it just showed more so in this, like he's willing to do whatever it takes for the benefit of the kingdom.
Mm.
And because of that, like obviously honoring as many traditions as he can, because he does yield the throne to Arthur at the end of the first Aquaman. So he's honoring that. He's honoring his sentence. He's willing to go back and pay it forward, or to not pay it forward. He's willing to go back and pay out the rest of his sentence, despite being freed. Like, and it wasn't like, and what was nice too is once he saw Arthur, he's like, "Yo, we have a treaty with the fishermen people. Like, you're gonna jack this shit up." And then it's going to be like all that war. So I love that how that was his main concern. Not that
Yes.
Arthur was breaking him out or anything and like, "Oh yeah, let's get out of here." It was, "Yo, what the hell you're doing? You're putting the kingdom at risk."
Mm.
And just shows his priorities. And I love that, like that little nod towards or not a nod. I love the firmness in character that he had.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I love when they're able, and James Wan did an incredible job with it. So I just love when they're able to hold true to their values.
Absolutely.
And ultimately it showed that Orm's only allegiance is to Atlantis and its people and the kingdom itself.
Yeah.
So I felt like his dialogue really like well reflected that. And we'll get into it with character development, but I do feel like he had some significant growth as a character as well.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm giving like I said, giving writing an 86 on my end. And then moving on over to acting. Let's see. We have Jason Momoa, who played Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman, Patrick Wilson, who played Orm. Yahya Abdul Mateen II, who played David Kane, or the Black Manta. And then Randall Park, who played Dr. Stephen Shin. Ooh, dude, all 4 of these guys gave a great performance.
They really did. So freaking choosing a top 3 is really hard.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta say, Patrick Wilson got yoked for this
Dude,
role,
seriously. Yeah, freaking when he first gets into water after, being skin and bones for so long, and you see how freaking yoked he is, you're just like, God damn.
Like, oh shit. Like, yeah, he looked great. And I don't think we ever saw Jason Momoa's without, like, you didn't see him all muscled up, right? Like, he was always in his suit.
Yeah, and it was either he was in a suit or he was just in looked like just like a flannel that he was wearing.
Yeah. So he's always in like loose fitting clothing and whatnot, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that Orm got to show off a bit. But yeah. So what's your top 3 looking like?
So number 3, I'll get to Patrick Wilson. Amazing as Orm. Liked him so much more this time around. Just because I feel he had way more character development. He still had character development in the first one, but just the fact that, we really get to see things from his side in this one. And like you pointed out, that his main thing is that he truly cares about Atlantis, and he just wants the best for Atlantis and all of the Atlanteans. So loved that. So yeah, definitely number 3. Number 2, I would give to Yahya Abdul Mateen. I thought he was good in the first one. He was fantastic as Black Manta / David Kane here. Much more menacing. Just all around, just so good. Such a great villain. And the fact that, at the ending when Aquaman reaches out his hand and he just says never and freaking just pushes himself off and kills himself. Fantastic. And just I didn't think that he could top his performance in the first one, but he did, just like Patrick Wilson did. So yeah, he was amazing. But number 1, just because I love his performance as this character, he just brings so much fun and energy to Aquaman. I gotta give it to Jason Momoa. He like Caleb and I pointed out, he made Aquaman cool. Aquaman was bland and dumb until Jason Momoa was cast as Arthur Curry, and now freaking everybody loves Aquaman, as they should, because he has brought so much to this character, and I thank him every day for it. And I'm very sad that he will not be able to play this character anymore. It's a sad day, but I look forward to the future. I look forward to see what role he'll be playing in James Gunn's DCEU.
I bet you it's gonna be freaking Lobo.
I know that's like the biggest like when it comes to like rumors, that's like the biggest assumption that people are making. And if that's the case, that'd be really good casting.
Yeah, I mean that's spot on casting.
Yeah,
because I mean if you've seen Lobo in anything, like it's freaking Jason Momoa.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. But yeah, so that's my top 3.
And honestly, that's exactly my top 3 as well.
Oh shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a really close call with Randall Park though.
Same. Dude, what is up with him like killing it in superhero? Excuse me, the superhero genre. He was amazing in WandaVision, and he was amazing here.
Yeah. And when women find him, Jason, pleasing to look at. Not just the women. Sam.
Yeah, not just the women.
Not just the way. I freaking.
Okay, I just want to point
Anyway.
out that Caleb's the straight one here. And he's the one that's gushing over Momoa more than I am.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a spectrum, and I will not say that I am 100% on the straight side. There are a couple people that would make me turn or at least be open to turning the other way. if not temporarily. And my wife is fully aware of every single one of the people that would do that.
Jeez. Oh,
I think it's important to be that confident in your sexuality.
No, dude, I agree. I absolutely agree.
I think there's like 90% of me, I would say, is straight. The other 10 could flip for the right person, and that's a number I'm happy with.
Okay, I like it. That's awesome, dude. I love it.
Hell. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, Randall Park freaking knocked it out of the park, and it was so sad. Like, it was such a bummer too, because it like you see his perspective too. Like, because he's like, yeah, I didn't want to attack, or I didn't like want to use this weapon, like, but you gotta understand, he would have killed me had I not.
Yeah.
And then it's that, and then he's just like, I just wanted people to take me seriously because I was very much on the team of like, yeah, Atlantis is real. And yeah, so it was rough. It was sad. See, I have to keep showing Stacy the SNL skit Jason was in. He was a cab driver taking a call from the doctor on speakerphone. They tell him he has ET. I do not remember that skit.
I don't either, but that's hilarious.
Dude, Jason Momoa is a freaking gem.
Dude, yeah, he really is.
But yeah, gotta say, top performance. But Patrick Wilson as Orm all these three are tight together.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, super freaking tight. Like, it is seriously a coin flip between Patrick Wilson and Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Yeah.
Like, it is really freaking close, and I cannot wait to see him as Wonder Man in the MCU.
Yeah,
I just hope that they don't waste his potential.
Dude, I hope so too. Because damn, he's such a good actor.
Yeah, like a really good actor. So yeah, very yeah. Anyway, what's your acting score in that?
I think I'm just gonna be I think for my acting, I'm gonna be an 87.
I am actually right there with you, but I'm putting it a little bit higher, sitting at an 89.
Okay.
I think they were really close to cracking 90. The only reason I'm not giving a full, like, I'm not cracking into the 90s is because of a lot of the extras. But I mean, the main cast was damn near flawless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I wanted stated for the record that the reason we didn't include like Amber Heard or Nicole Kidman or any of like those other people or specifically Amber Heard is not because of the controversy behind her and we just didn't want to include her. They didn't include her she didn't have a significant enough role for us to bring her up.
She literally only has 10 minutes of screen time.
If that.
Yeah. And then Nicole Kidman didn't become important until like the last half, or honestly quarter of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then everyone else was just super small roles.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, moving on over to character development. This is a tough one for me because I mean, on one hand, you got Orm, right,
Mm.
who had like I feel a really significant uh growth in character versus Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I don't feel had much.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I can't really fault the movie for that because I don't really think that that you don't really need to see Aquaman grow a lot in this movie. At least I feel like he's king of Atlantis. We understand why he did it. We know that he doesn't love it. And honestly, if he actually like finally came up, finally like said like, oh, actually, I disagree with what I said. I truly do love it, and there's no reason why I wouldn't. I feel that kind of be out of character a little bit. Um, but like you said, everything with Orm, like holy shit, his character development was on point in this movie.
Yeah, I will say the thing that I would have liked to see, and I don't know if it would have worked out. I highly doubt it, but I would have liked to see because you had three kings there, like in this final battle, like the king of the like that crab kingdom.
Hmm.
You had him there, and you had Mara's father, who is the king of like some other sector of the ocean, right? So you had him, the crab, and then you had Aquaman himself, plus the queen, like being Mara, and the queen mother being Nicole Kidman's character. You had all of those people there. All of them, I feel, could have vouched for Orm. And I think Orm could have been accepted back into Atlantis.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah. And then like I would have personally had him like reintroduced into Atlantean society, maybe acting as the basically taking Willem Dafoe's role,
Ooh, okay.
like as like kind of like the advisor.
Yeah, I like that.
So how like Willem Dafoe's was like the advisor to Orm, I would have had Orm be the advisor for Arthur.
Ooh, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, and then maybe he's the one that's like that would have been funny to see, like have them still doing the meetings and stuff, like the council meetings, and have Orm be the one that's like waking Jason or waking Arthur up
Yeah.
instead of like Mara just letting him sleep through the shit. Like I think that would have been a really interesting growth for Orm as well.
Yeah.
Um but I mean that being said, I don't dislike what they've done with him.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, Arthur, you'll understand where his character has come from and where he's going in terms of being like a family man, wanting to become a better king in Atlantis.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I really liked what they did with him, but again, it's not great growth.
True.
Honestly, this it's not great enough where I would say by himself, I would personally be at around like 78 for character development, but
Yeah.
throwing in the growth that he had with Orm and the bond that they were able to grow together, I am significantly higher.
That's fair.
So this is one I'm probably sitting around like an 83.
I think I'm gonna match you on that one.
All right, next up we got effects. Dude, this blew the Flash out of the water.
Yes, it did. That kills me to admit that, but I will definitely agree. Because I feel compared to how the underwater scenes looked in the first one, I feel that these actually look better. Especially with the hair. The hair definitely looks a lot better in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it looks significantly better. Dude, the freaking action sequences were holy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, those were amazing. Dude, that freaking last Trident fight between Aquaman and Black Manta. Dude, I could freaking watch that shit all day. That was so awesome.
dude, same. There is only one piece of CGI that was done in this that I didn't care for. And I don't know if you would have caught it. It was they had just gotten to like the Lost Kingdom, right? And it's the octopus or the squid vehicle thing is like it's like climbing up the wall. It looked stop motion as hell.
I did not pick up on that. I'm
Ooh,
gonna have to go
it
back
looked
and look at.
rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, but other than that, like that was the only thing that stood out to me where I was like, "Ooh."
All right.
Everything else looked incredible.
Hmm.
Like, dude, that's another thing I'm gonna miss. Like the visuals of like Aquaman. Like, oh, so good. I love that they gave him a freaking seahorse to ride.
Dude, that was so badass. That was awesome.
Like, oh my gosh, dude. He looked so cool. And like again, it was one of those things I did not think that they were going to be able to do it.
Yeah, but lo and behold,
Yeah, but I mean, I can't think of a single effect that looked bad or stunt work that looked bad.
yeah, dude, I can't either.
I can think of one thing that maybe looked awkward.
Hmm.
Um, but it's still, I mean, it didn't look bad. It's when Orm is getting all cocky, like, oh yeah, like I'll freaking kick his ass when Manta comes and he's trying to get like Arthur's just like, yo, like I'm telling you, he's stronger than normal when he has that damn trident, and he's like, yeah, whatever, and he like goes to fight, and he just gets freaking like clocked, and the way that he just kind of like goes flat and slides right next to Arthur, I'm like, not loving that, but it's still funny.
Yeah,
um, but yeah, I mean, the movie is just freaking beautiful,
yes,
and I mean, it looked. You're not going to get away from like shit looking rubbery
that is
in
true.
especially within a film that's as heavily CGI'd as this.
Yes,
But it wasn't distracting.
yeah, that is very true.
At least not as distracting as the Flash was.
Yeah,
So I mean, I think I've cracked 90s on the effects on this.
same. Like,
Where are you sitting?
I think personally, I'm at a 91.
I am a couple points higher. I'm sitting at a 93.
Fair.
All right, next up we got music. This is an interesting one.
It is because I'm not used to wow, sorry. I'm not used to the DCU kind of like using a song like James Gunn would. At least I feel with his Guardians movies. And I swear there was another one besides Born to Be Wild that they used for Aquaman, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And they worked. They really did.
That was a huge benefit. They chose music that worked,
Yeah.
but it also wasn't like so in your face that it like stood out either.
Yes, exactly.
So this is where it's a tough one because I mean the soundtrack itself was freaking banging,
Yeah.
but in terms of like how it fit into the movie, I don't think it completely fit, but
That's fair.
it fit well.
Yeah.
So this is a tough one. I think soundtrack alone, like if we're just picking the music out, I think I'd be around like a 9,
Okay.
like a firmer 9. But I
Yeah.
think with how oddly it fit into the scenes, I'm sitting more around an 8.
I can absolutely agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got costumes. This is going to be a fun one to talk about because I loved these costumes.
These were so like the fact that they could make, and I know we saw it in the first one, but the fact that they made Aquaman's outfit look so freaking cool. Like comic accurate Aquaman costume looks actually cool.
Dude, you want to
Is
know what I freaking love about this?
Hmm.
They didn't change it
yes.
from the first one.
Yeah. It is
Like,
the
this is what
exact
I
same
want.
suit.
This is what I wanted from the Avengers. I want them to find one suit that works for all the movies and stick with it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, that was the biggest complaint that I had with Spider-Man, is that they freaking change his suit every freaking, like, movie.
Yeah. That's true.
And with this, I could watch this suit in, like, 5 movies before I even, like,
Same.
considered getting tired of it. This
Same.
looked so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the suit's freaking incredible. I do like how they switched to the stealth suit.
Yeah.
That made sense.
Yeah.
But I
And
loved how they didn't keep him in that. They
yeah.
switched him back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was only in it for the purpose that it served. Once he broke Orm out, he was done with it.
Yep. And that couldn't have been done better.
Yeah.
Like, whatsoever.
Dude, freaking the upgraded Black Manta costume though. Oh my god.
Dude,
Beautiful.
just when you think they can't get any better,
They go and pull a stunt like this.
oh, this suit was so cool, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was so badass. And dude, the suit matched with the black trident. Oh my god. He looked
Oh,
incredible. Amazing.
dude, when he freaking whipped the black trident out, I'm like, this is the shit.
Dude, I know they show it in the trailer, but that scene where he's like walking down the hallway and he flips it up and the freaking green beam like goes into it, freaking chills. I love that scene so much. It's so badass.
Oh my gosh. Dude, when he was in the lighthouse and like after Arthur's senior was going through the house and like trying to flip the lights on and everything, and he shows up in the kitchen, freaking threw out my whole body.
Right? Oh my god.
I
Oh,
was like, you can't get much better than that.
no, you cannot. You really
Like
can't.
pulling the whole lightning shit. I feel like that shit's overdone. It worked with Black Manta.
Yeah, agreed.
Dude, if there was anything that needed to be pulled into the new DCU, it's the Black Manta suit.
Oh, yes.
I cannot imagine a world where they can make the Black Manta suit work nearly as well as this suit does.
Yeah. Seriously though. Oh my god. It is incredible.
Oh man, it was so cool, dude. I can't get over his suit. Like,
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
oh man. Uh Gosh, I'm trying to think of like any other suits that like stood out, but those two, those are the ones that you want to stick out, and they
Yeah.
did.
Yep.
The only thing that I wish that they would have done in this is given Orm his Ocean Master helmet.
Yeah, I agree because his suit was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
I think like what they could have done is like have Arthur knock it off when they were fighting after he'd been like corrupted, just so you can still get that like those emotional moments between the two of them.
Yeah.
Um but I think I he needed his helmet.
Yeah.
That
Agreed.
was something that was sorely lacking.
Yes. Absolutely agreed.
Yeah. Like I didn't need the full like purple suit or anything either. Like I just wanted the helmet.
Yeah. Fair.
Because the helmet was like easily one of my favorite parts about the first film.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the helmet was so badass.
Yeah, and it's a bummer that we didn't get more of that damn helmet.
Yeah.
But still, like, I have a hard time not giving this a 10.
I mean, dude, if you want to give it a 10, I will gladly do it.
I say let's do it.
All right.
I think the costumes are just iconic enough. I mean, these two are great. Like, don't get me wrong. But even talking like Mara, like her outfit still looked incredible. Dolph Lundgren's character looked great. Nicole Kidman's character looked great. And what was great about it is that their suits didn't change.
Yep.
It was consistent.
Yeah.
And I love consistency.
Same here.
So yeah, big fan of the costumes in this one. All right, last one we got is personal score.
Who do you want to go first?
I want to hear from you first.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I truly think that this follow-up to Aquaman is actually better than the first one. I had a really good time with Fallen Kingdom. Wow. And the Lost Kingdom. Jason Momoa is once again incredible as Aquaman. And everyone else is just as good. Amazing supporting cast. And while it is sad that this is the last DCEU movie that is not under James Gunn, I do feel that I am happy that it goes out with this movie. So personally, I think personally I'm going to be an 84.
I am going to be a little bit higher. So I'm sitting at an 88.
Okay.
And I got to say, like the first Aquaman movie was good. This I think was a significant improvement. And I think it's mainly because they didn't have to get us to the point of him being Aquaman.
Yes.
So like they didn't have to do that build up. And like I've said before, origin movies just don't do it for me like they used to. I like
Yeah.
to like be in the middle of the shit with our heroes at who they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's what we got with this one. Our hero Aquaman was exactly where he needed to be. I'm glad that they didn't go the freaking cheesy route of him being like a stay-at-home dad or anything like that.
Yeah.
He was handling being a superhero exactly how I would. Where it's like, yeah, like being a superhero is cool and all, but I'd rather be home with my kid. So I loved how they addressed and handled that. Um the action was awesome. The story was great. The growth between characters was good. Like this hit all the marks for me. So yeah, so I'm sitting at an 88 with this one.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now going through these scores real quick. Starting off with story, we are sitting at an 84.5. The writing is sitting right in line with that, also sitting at an 84.5. The acting had a decent bump, sitting at an 88. The character development took a little bit of a dive, and that's mainly due to Aquaman himself. So we're sitting at an 83 with that. The effects were fantastic. So we ended up giving that a 92. The music, though there was iconic songs, didn't necessarily always fit with the tone of the film. So we did end up giving that an 8 out of 10. And then the costumes, and this could all honestly be completely attributed to Black Manta. We'll be giving this one a 10 out of 10. And then our personal score averaged out to an 86. So with that, the final All Bros letter grade for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom has come out to a B plus.
Nice.
Super nice. Yeah, I think this is a good a really good placement for this one.
I agree.
Yeah, so like I said, sitting at a B plus, this is sitting at an 87.87%.
Nice.
So it is a very strong B plus, because our cutoff is 90%.
Okay.
So
Hell
it's on the higher end of B plus, because our cutoff is I guess 86. So it's a point. It's got a good cushion, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sitting at an 87.87. So do you want to hear what this is above first, or what it's below?
Let's switch it up from last week. Let's hear what it's above first.
Okay, so this is sitting above Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It is above Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Okay.
It's above Parasite.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Damn.
The only reason that I would say that this is like maybe some slight disagreement is because of, I think the story for Parasite like far exceeds Aquaman.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sam, no, I've been wanting to go see this. Maybe I'll go there this weekend. Do it.
Yes. Do it,
It's
Sam.
it's a really good one.
Yeah. You'll have a good time.
Yeah. So let's see. It's above Parasite. It is above How to Train Your Dragon, the first
Okay.
one, and it is above The Black Phone.
Okay. That's not
And
bad.
then I'm trying to see where, like, just for shits and giggles, where The Flash was. just to compare the two. All right. We'll figure that out in a minute. All right. So what it's below. This is sitting below Oppenheimer.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's below Air.
Okay.
It's below The Prom.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
I had no
I
idea.
bet you music's probably what.
Yeah.
It is below The Invisible Man.
Okay.
And it is below Glass Onion.
Okay. All right. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, I'm just looking through the
Still trying
the
to find out
list.
where the Flash ranked compared.
Yeah, I want to compare this to like the other DCU movies.
Excuse me.
Oops. And okay. Funny enough, this is actually, so Aquaman is taken. Oh wait, am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a DC movie. So I have both Aquamans, Shazam 1 and 2, Suicide Squad, Black Adam, and The Flash. Am I missing one?
Blue Beetle.
That's right. Okay. So Aquaman is now our highest ranked DCEU movie.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And then on the opposite end, it is also Aquaman is our lowest ranked DCEU
That's
movie.
hilarious. Oh, that's freaking hilarious.
Yeah. So to rank these in order, so it goes Aquaman, or Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Wait, so I mean, the margins are pretty close here. Like the
Okay.
difference between Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and the first Aquaman is 10%.
Okay.
So I mean, it's pretty close margins.
Yeah.
So the highest, I mean, the highest ranking is B plus. The lowest ranking is a C plus.
Okay.
So yeah, going through this list: Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, then Black Adam, then
We
dude,
keep Black
I
Adam
think
that high?
we gave it's 86.5.
Oh God. What the hell were we thinking?
What do you mean? What were we thinking? Like, dude, you're giving that movie shit unnecessarily. This is why we do this shit. So accountability.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. My question is, have you watched that movie since we reviewed it?
I have, and I don't disagree with any of our scores.
All right. Okay.
I have gone back and like readdressed. The reason it got so high was because the effects were good and the costumes were great.
Okay.
And I think we had a thing for the score as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, then it's Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
I do not like this ranking.
Yeah. Then the Flash. Then Blue Beetle. Then the Suicide Squad. Then Shazam 1, and then Aquaman.
Wow. How the hell do we rank Shazam 2 that high? And also Blue Beetle that low?
It's the difference between Fury of the Gods and Blue Beetle is 2%.
Shit, okay.
So the margins are freaking tight.
Damn. Okay. Can we revisit Fury of the Gods? Because I'd like to give that like a 62 for my personal score.
Bullshit! You're such a liar.
Oh man, what did I give my personal score for that?
That's a great question.
I'm just curious.
Let me find out.
I swear to God, if I gave it in the 80s, I don't even know myself.
All right, this is gonna take a minute.
Sorry.
We're talking the Flash.
No, Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Oh, Fury of the Gods. Okay. A 75.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I can agree with me giving it that. What did you give it?
Like an 80, 85, I think.
You son of a bitch.
That's funny. Dude, this is why I love it, because it's like our personal score, like you can't necessarily like individual scores we can usually still agree with.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's freaking funny as shit, dude. I swear we're missing a movie though.
Oh, didn't we do the Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League?
That's right. We did do.
I think
Justice
after that,
League.
that's it. And then did we do Wonder Woman 84 in this format or no?
Yes.
Okay. But I think after that, that's it.
Yeah, okay. So Suicide Squad, both Justice Leagues, Wonder Woman 1984. Batman doesn't count. Blue Beetle. Black Adam. Aquaman. Shazam.
The Flash.
Oh, yep, The Flash. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I typed in Batman. There's nothing there. What other DCEU movies are there?
We didn't do one. Yeah, we didn't do one for Batman v Superman. We didn't do one for the original Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I don't think we did Man of Steel.
No. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so here's our official DC ranking then.
Okay.
So starting off at the bottom is Joss Whedon's Justice League.
Okay, thank God.
Then Zack Snyder's Justice League.
What the fuck?
Dude, Zack Snyder's Justice League was barely better than the...
Barely.
It was 4 hours long.
But it was a perfect 4 hours. It was exactly what Zack Snyder wanted it, and it was great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Caleb.
I think you're wrong, Rose.
I
think if you tried watching it again, your ass would fall asleep.
Bet. I feel the reason why it's so low is I swear, and this is nothing against the two guests that we had, I swear that they didn't like it as much as we did, so that's why the score is lower.
That's probably it too. That probably had something to do with it.
Yes. So
okay. So yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Aquaman, Wonder Woman 1984, Shazam.
Wait, we ranked 84 higher than Aquaman?
Yeah, not by much.
What is wrong with us?
Dude, it's not by much. It is 0.4% difference.
Okay. Still though.
So this could have easily been a costume situation.
All right, touche.
Or you know what I bet it was? I bet it was effects.
All right.
So yeah, Wonder Woman 1984, because those are both C+ movies.
Okay.
Snyder's Justice League is a C-. Justice League is a C or is a D+.
Yeah, that's well deserved.
And then so after 84, it's Shazam, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, Blue Beetle, Flash, Fury of the Gods, Black Adam, Lost Kingdom.
Okay.
So we need to throw in like Man of Steel. We need to come up with like an official DC ranking now.
We do. Yeah. Because I don't agree. I have to agree with all of these, but I don't at the same time.
Dude, the only reason that you don't is because like having to rank them all, because I bet you a lot of these situations where like that we're disagreeing with, your personal score is probably lower than what it's scored.
No, you're right.
Yeah, but that's funny as shit though.
That...
Like I almost want to post this. Like we should. Like,
want to see why Rose was so pissed off the last 20 minutes of the podcast? Here you go.
Oh man. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, that wraps up this week's breakdown.
Got a little
so, unless you have anything else to say about this movie?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Well, if you like this episode, want to check out more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are damn near everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, everywhere. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube. But be sure to follow and subscribe to us on social media. We are on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all at the All Bros. So yeah, be sure to follow on those platforms so you guys can answer our questions question of the week when we post them. Yeah. Next week, we will be breaking down Wonka.
Yes. So freaking excited.
Yeah, this one's been a long time coming, but I'm very excited to get into this one. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that next week. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
joining
Sam.
us, Tim. We really appreciate you.
We do.
And whoever the silent listener on Twitch is, like, because I can see who's watching. There's the one person on Facebook, which is Sam.
Yeah.
And then there's one person on Twitch. So whoever you are, thank you.
Yeah. You're cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can look forward to us breaking down Wonka next week. Until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And I'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.
So long.
Ooh, I squeaked real bad.
Oh, Caleb hit puberty part 2.